Alright, the second figure I am revisiting this time around is the Mark 1 from Hot Toys. And this, I believe, also came out around 2008. And as you can see, the outer sleeve, they made it so it looks like a wooden crate from the Stark Industry. Here it says M1 on it. It says M1 Do Not Destroy. Mechanical design, do not destroy. This is by Hot Toys, movie masterpiece. And back then the design of these things are really good. Back then they really use a lot of quality material on their designs. And here's my Marvel. So let's remove the sleeve. And here's the inner box. As you can see, the design is exactly the same as the Mark III, where it has a 3 flaps, and over in the front here it's magnetized. So if you remove this, and first thing you're gonna see is Tony Stark's T-shirt with the arc reactor on his chest, and then on the flap itself you see a Mark 1, some pictures. And here's a little info. You're welcome to pause and read that. Collector's edition. This is MMS 80. Quite old product. And then people that worked on this. And then if you pull the camera back, and you can see there's a picture of the Mark 1. And then the figure will be housed here. And the back of the box shows Mark 1. You can see some of the features on this figure. And other figures that are available. We have the Mark 2 and the Mark 3. So let's take a look at the figure itself. Alright, and here's Mark 1 and all the accessories. As you can see, he doesn't have anything other than 2 extra hands. First we have the relaxed hand, and then a fist. This here is the relaxed hand, and there's the fist right there. And then he also comes with the traditional circular base. Alright, so let's get a good look at this armor again, since this is one of my a video from my revisiting series. And you can see Mark 1, a lot of intricate detailing going on. And this is by far my favorite armor out of all the Iron Man so far. And as you can see, I like the grittiness of the armor, the massive bulkiness, and all the different panels that are welded together and stuff like that. And what really gets me is the back. As you can see, there's a lot of intricate detailing going on. And let me do a close-up on some of these wirings. As you can see, these are all metal wires. It would have been nice if the battery would make this thing spin around or something. That would have been nice, but it doesn't. And the button is all the way back here. It's pretty well hidden. First time I opened this figure, tried to find that on-off switch, I was not able to until I read the instruction. Because basically this right here is the button itself. It's a push button. So it's kind of neat. It's very well hidden. And on top over here you see Stark. And then you can see all the weldings, which is quite nice. And the batteries are housed in this container right here. Basically you have to go from the bottom, twist this thing counterclockwise, and then pull, and the whole container will come down. It won't come down all the way because it is there's wires attached to the inner workings, so you'll just have to pull it down, and then it takes about 3 batteries. And as you can see here, more metal wires, and then you can even see there are wires running inside the thigh piece there, running through this thigh piece and onto the bottom here. So that's kind of neat. And then same thing for the side. Get a good look at the armor. And the only complaint I have about this figure is the head sculpt. Back then it was nice, but that was back in 2008. And then if you're looking at this figure through a 2015 standard, this head sculpt is actually pretty crappy. It still looks a little bit like Stark, but not really. And then one thing I really do like is the fact that there is a regular body, full-on articulated body inside this armor. As you can see, there's that sway jacket he's wearing, that leather jacket in the film, but of course this thing's not made out of leather. And then you can see there's a shirt right there inside the jacket, and then you can see pants going down, and then you see shoes as well. So I believe if you, it's not removable, but if you wanted to take this whole armor apart, you should be able to see a full-on true type figure inside this armor. So that's something very, very impressive. And once you have batteries inside, you can see lights up the arc reactor, and also the little switch to fire off the boosters for this armor. That's cool. So there are only two lights with this figure, the chest and the arm right there. So let's get a closer look at the armor itself. Paint job on this is, I think they did a good job. Still holds up if you look at it in the 2015 perspective. And you can see all the weldings and the markings, and the paint job on it, it's again very nice. Even though they came out with a second version, the paint job on the second version, it's a different silver than this one. It's a bit, even a bit more metallic than this. That one's just as nice. The color is actually different than this one. Not exactly sure which one is more accurate. I believe the second one might be a little bit more accurate, and especially the head sculpt. They definitely changed the head sculpt of the second one to look way more accurate than this one. And but the second version is an exact, almost an exact reproduction of this one, just a different paint job and a different head sculpt. So let's get a closer look at the rest of the armor. See all the wirings going through and the harness right there, and the tubings all over. You can see wires coming out of his, coming out from his chest down to the waist, and then the arc reactor right down. See if we get a closer look at it. Nicely done. A lot of intricate detailings going on. The arms, and there's the button. It would have been nice if that red lever can be, that red covering can be flipped up, so you could actually see the actual button, see the actual switch. There's the rest of them. 5 pieces. Knees, legs, and the feet. And from the side you can see some wirings sticking out. This one that's running through the thigh armor, through the legs. And again, highly recommend this thing. This is by far my favorite armor of them all. Alright, and here's what the armor looks like inside the hollow armor. Very nice. If you get your hands on this figure, I highly recommend this. Or you could wait. I am sure they're gonna come out with a diecast version of this armor. Hopefully all the pieces will be diecast, but as of right now, I'm not exactly sure because I haven't actually had a chance to mess with the Iron Man 3 diecast version. Basing it off the Mark 42 or the Iron Patriot and the War Machine, I say maybe 50% of the armor would be diecast. But it would have been nice if everything's diecast, but I don't think it's possible because there's a lot of pieces and they all look very intricate. And here we have a size comparison between Star Boost and Mark 1. Star Boost, of course, is from Iron Man 3, and the Mark 1 is, of course, from Iron Man 1. As you can see, Mark 1 is definitely shorter than Star Boost. Yeah. So again, overall, highly recommend this thing. I believe I paid about $150 or maybe a little bit less for this figure. And nowadays, it's really hard to find a figure that's around that price. Again, highly recommend this thing. My favorite armor of them all. And yeah, there it is. Mark 1 from Iron Man 1. Thanks for watching.